With this election, every single vote counted, like down to the last little vote. I think usually sometimes we vote and we don't necessarily think like our vote counts or our voice is being heard. But I feel like, you know, with this situation, every single vote did actually count. Yeah. And it was so close. It wasn't even like, you know, it was 80-20 or anything like that. It was so close, so down the line. So if more people who didn't vote perhaps were going to vote Remain, the whole thing would have changed. And you know what, ShakaRa, I don't know if anyone else, any other listeners had a thought about this, but like, you see all the people that was at Glastonbury, did they vote, I wonder? Because that could have changed things, you know, because they were at Glastonbury while the vote was going on. So I don't know if they had done any kind of postal votes prior to that. I don't know, because they was at Glastonbury in mud, so I don't know what they were doing. They weren't voting. You know, people stuck in Big Brother. I know there's only a few people in Big Brother house. They didn't vote. There's enough people that weren't voting at this point. And
they said it was what 70-something% of the electorate.
Of the electorate. Enough people didn't vote, and I just, it made me think a little bit about the timing that they did have the vote as well. I mean, it's not peak in the summer, but it is summertime, and a lot of people are starting to take their holidays, especially if you don't have children or you're, you know, not in education sector working. June is a great time to go on holiday because you want to go before the children go on their summer holiday. So I'm just thinking all these things taken into account. A lot of people that would have voted perhaps just wasn't even in a position to vote, because all the places that you vote is always right near close to your home, isn't it? Like, I know where I went, it was like a 2-minute walk away, you know. So I just feel like if you was out at the ends and you couldn't vote, then that's obviously had a impact, could have had an impact on the situation. Who knows? Maybe
so. Very interesting point there, Chantel'e Marie. 07946 334 733. Was you at Glastonbury and therefore did not vote, Kings and Queens? That is a very, very interesting situation right there. Yeah, I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? Kings and Queens, did you not vote and regret it? Now you regret the fact that you didn't vote. That's what people. That's the main thing that people try to jump on me about. Like on Friday morning, you see, look there, ShakaRa. You didn't vote. Yeah, now look what you've done. Look what happened. Like, and I'm like, fam, like, you can't go trip me about the voting thing, you know, fam. Like, my name's ShakaRa, and you get me, though, fam.
And I know you made a good point actually. You said, but you don't even know which way you would have voted. So. Yeah, they assume that you would have voted Remain, and they don't know.
People fully assume that I'd have voted Remain. Fully assume that I would have. And like I said, what interested me here is that the black people who were Brexiters, a lot of them who were Brexiting for immigration purposes, were saying that the EU obligations to the EU has a negative impact upon other Commonwealth countries from being able to come into the UK. So people are from where we come from, Africa and the Caribbean, right? And so they're saying that that the Brexit thing is really meets our interest because it means that we've got less restrictions on our people being able to come here. Most of those who have seem to be voting, like I think I heard the statistics that said that some 70 or 80-something% of black people that voted to Remain. You know what I'm saying? I'll get that statistic, the proper statistic, in a second. But yeah, it was a very, very high number of our community that voted to Remain on the basis of the fact that it would be better for us. And you know what's interesting? It seemed to me that a lot of those people were defending the right, that fellow immigrants, because we come from immigrant families. So they were defending fellow immigrants, and obviously the racism card was drawn up in terms of the fact that the people that wanted to Brexit were apparently racist, right? Now, the interesting thing for me, you know, Kings and Queens, is that there is some truth to that, because they got bare Polish and Asians and Muslims and Indians and Sikhs and whatever else like that, people that come from Asia, that are talking about a rise in racism, and racial abuse ever since the Brexit vote. I want to know if you're one of those individuals, if we got any Polish people, any Muslims of Asian descent, any Sikhs, Indians, Pakistani, whatever it is. If you are an immigrant to this country, and of course the African Caribbean community who have been in this country, and you have faced racism directly related to the Brexit vote, Kings and Queens, 07946 334 733. We're soon going to be joined by the one and only Rants and Bants. He had a video that went viral on the entire Brexit issue, Kings and Queens. Mad thing, mad thing. So do stay locked on, and we'll get it to you right about now. Words